Hi, good evening, or good morning, or good day, wherever you are in the world. You are here with Samantha Brown. It is day 22. You're in the Get Facebook Famous Challenge, and today is the proper start of talking about Facebook ads. So if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And if I have the pleasure of having you on live, then let me know you're here so I can say hi and give you a shout out. Hi, Tim. Thanks for watching. Hi, Andrew. Thank you for being here. So I'm really excited today because I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks about Facebook ads. But I'm really worried about actually sharing this stuff with you because with Facebook ads, a little bit of knowledge can be a really dangerous thing. So if you think you know what you're doing, it's really, really easy to spend a lot of money on Facebook ads. And so what I've been racking my brains is how can I teach you enough so you can get started and give you a really overview of what to do and make it so that you also know the pitfalls and what to watch out for so that you don't go and spunk a load of money on Facebook ads and get nothing in return. So hi Rosie, thanks so much for watching. Hi Alan, thank you for letting me know you're on here live. So hello. So Facebook ads. Facebook ads are really probably, and this isn't from me, this is from some of the biggest marketers in the world, it's probably the cheapest way to advertise going. Bear in mind that Facebook knows everything about you. They know what websites you go and look at, they know what pages you look at, they know how long you watch videos for, which videos you like, which posts you like, which ones you don't like, which ones you scroll by, which ones you stop at. They know everything. And so you can really hyper target who you want to get to on Facebook ads. And there are loads of ways of bringing your costs down and maximizing what you're doing organically and all that kind of stuff. But it really all boils down to two things. One, who are you trying to target? Which is why it was so important that you did, and I hope you have done, and if you haven't, go back, that you did your ideal client avatar and you worked out exactly who it is that you want to get to through Facebook. Now, let's think about this in a kind of a bigger picture. There are 1.5 billion daily active users on Facebook. That's like a massive proportion of the population of the world. So if you take out all of the babies and the children, and if you take out all of the really old people, then you've got a massive chunk of the world's population are using Facebook every single day, which means you can get in front of them every single day if you want to. So one, you have to know who you are targeting. Number two, you need to know what you're trying to get them to do or what you're trying to achieve. So it's all well and good saying you want to fill an event, but do you really think that you're going to basically cold call on someone and get them to come to your event? Possibly not. So what do you want to do? You want to fill your event. Okay, well, how are you going to get there? You're going to, first of all, build some awareness around who you are. You're going to be putting your face, your company, your message in front of people. You're going to get them to know who you are and then find out that they've actually got a problem, that you have the solution to their problem, and then you can sell them on what you're doing. But you need to understand that you're going to have to take people on almost on a journey with you. Hi Ashley, thank you for watching live, and Heloise, awesome. So we're talking about Facebook ads. So you need to know exactly who you want to target, and you need to know what your goal is, what your outcome is that you're going to achieve with ads. So let's do a really broad overview of Facebook ads if you're creating an ad for the first time. Now, actually, before I even get to that, don't boost. If you've ever done a video or posted on your page on Facebook, it's not from your personal profile, but on your page, you may have noticed that constantly Facebook tries to get you to boost that post. It says things like, other pages are boosting posts similar to this, or this post is doing better than 95% of the posts on your page, and it says boost. Please don't click the boost button. If you just click boost, you are not hyper targeting who you're going after. So Facebook is taking your money and just spreading it all around, which means that you're not going to get the best results. However, if you take that post and you make an ad out of it and you do hyper target who you're going after, whether it's interests, whether it's existing people who've engaged, whether it's a combination of the two, lookalike audiences, if you're actually targeting who you're going after with that existing post, then you can have really great results. But if you're just clicking boost, all you're doing is just letting Facebook go in splurge your money everywhere, which isn't ideal and is a really fast way to lose a load of money. So you've worked out who you want to target and you know what you want them to do. So what are you going to do? You're going to go into the ads manager at the moment. There is a thing called business manager. So this is why it gets so complicated, because there's so much to this, right? So there's the thing called business manager, which is business.facebook.com. It's a little bit more complicated than using ads manager, but it gives you so much more power. And if you've been around for a while, there used to be ads manager and power editor on Facebook. And they've kind of merged those. But at some point, pretty much everybody's going to have to start using business manager if you're uploading your customer data into Facebook. And I know I'm totally losing a load of people by talking about all the complexities of it. So let's just go with, you want to create an ad. You've done a video like this because you're following my advice, and you've done a live video and you've talked about like a how-to, and you've given loads of content. And then Lisa said, "Oh, Diary boosted a post about an hour ago. Hey, you don't know what you don't know. Don't stress. It's okay. I'm going to teach you a better way so you can get more for your money. So don't stress." So you've done a video, you've done a live video, given a load of content, and you then want to just put that in front of more people. So at the moment, you could click the boost, but what you want to do, really what you want to do, is you want to go and create a fresh ad from that video. So you're going to go into Ads Manager, you're going to create a campaign, and it's going to be a video views campaign because you want more people to view your video. Facebook are quite logical. There are other things that you might want people to do. You might want them to actually opt in to your lead magnet that you've got on your website. So that would be like a conversion thing that you want to do. Or you might want to just get people to engage with a post. And then there are engagement objectives as well. So at the top level, you've got a campaign objective. So we talked about goals. What's the overall thing that you want someone to do? If there are lots of steps in your funnel, so say you've got a sales funnel on your website and someone gives you their email address, let's go with the ClickFunnels way of doing it, you give your email address and then on the next page you give something else. It's that first thing that Facebook sees that you want to be optimizing for. So you want to be optimizing for them converting by giving their email address to you. If it's just video views, and I think video views is one of the easiest and best ways to start with Facebook ads because it's a really cheap way to get more people to know who you are, and then you can do more stuff with them later. So you want to be doing the video views objective. So that's the campaign. And then the next level down, so once you've created a campaign, and don't stress, you can always change things. Once you've created a campaign, then you're going to create a new ad set. Now, a little tip from us insiders is that you should always put one ad in one ad set. And if you've never been in Ads Manager, your mind is being blown right now. I understand that, but bear with me, and you can always go and listen to this again as you're doing it. And what I think I'm going to do is later on in the week we'll go in together and go and have a look at how to best set up like an ad campaign. So we're going to go with, you've done your live video and you want to get it out to more people. So you go and create a new campaign in Ads Manager with the video views objective because we want more people to view. Then you create a new ad set. Just create the basic thing to start off with, like literally just get it to create it, and then click on create ad, and then in there you can use existing posts. So this is where it's really amazing to do live videos and amazing to test the water with pictures and posts, because once you've tested and you go, oh, actually, you know what, loads of people are engaging with that, you know it works for your audience, so you can go and actually get it in front of more people and you know it's going to work, rather than like creating an ad from scratch and knowing absolutely nothing about whether people are going to like it or not, and you will have to spend some money to test and see. So this is what I say, start off with maybe a video, because it's the easiest, cheapest way to get you in front of more people. So you've got a campaign, video views, you've got your ad set, just leave it like blank as you can at the moment, and then create the ad within the ad set, one ad per ad set, and in there you can choose existing posts and it will come up with a list of, if you're doing video views, a list of all your videos. So I did this for a video that I did yesterday because some really awesome people shared my video. One of them is in this group, the other one's not, but he is amazing. So, and they're both amazing. But I thought, you know what, everybody really liked the video I did for my page. It's got loads of people commenting, so therefore I'm going to make an ad out of it. So you've then taken your existing post and made it into an ad. And then I tend to do like 4 things. I look at who already knows me, who already watches my videos, comments on my posts, likes my page. I've also got things like, you can do things like customers you've already got. So if you've got people who have given you their email address, bear in mind GDPR, but just make sure that you're not spamming people. Like, don't just go and steal a load of email addresses, but if you've got your customer email addresses, then you can upload those into Facebook and say, okay, these are my customers. They're going to want to see what I'm talking about because I'm, giving content, giving value, so you can create an ad to go out to your customers. Website visitors. I took on a new client this week, and they've been running Facebook ads for ages, but they don't have the Facebook pixel on their website, which is just crazy, because how can you track who's visiting your website and therefore interested in what you're doing? Like Facebook, you can track people everywhere. So you might also want to have an audience of your website visitors. So website visitors, customers, people who like your page and engage with your posts, view your videos. So there, I would say, are like a quite a warm, quite hot audience. They're people that watch your stuff, like your stuff. So I create an ad for those people. I also then go to Facebook and say, hey, Facebook, go and find me everybody who looks like the people who like what I do. So a lot of you may have found me over the 30 days when that was released. You may have found me because I did, I spent a bit of money, like not tons at all, but a little bit of money pushing out ads, which were just videos, to people who looked like the people that were interested. So I knew who was watching the video, interested in what I was talking about, and then I got Facebook to go look for people who look like that. The way that lookalike audiences work is Facebook's got I think it's something like 80 data points on you. And the more you can give to Facebook, the more it can go and find the right people. So it knows that if you act in a certain way, then somebody else out there acts in the same way. And it will give you up to, how best to describe this, in percentages, people who are the top 1% of a country who look like the people that you want it to find. So we're going to use me as an example here. So let's say you guys watch at least 50% of my video. I can then say to Facebook, go and find me the top 1% of the UK, or the top 1% of the US, or Canada, or wherever. Go and find me that top 1% who look like these people that watch 50% of my videos, highly engaged people. So Facebook can go and find you lookalike audiences, which is just amazing. I've had success with, I've only tested 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. So the top 1% who look like my person, they're really going to look like my person. The top 2%, so that's then, they're not quite as looking like this person, but they're still pretty similar. 3%, 4%. It'll go all the way down to 10%. I've only tested up to 4%. I've not done anything higher than that. But you could be testing all of those different lookalike audiences to see if you can get really cheap video views from people who are interested in your stuff. I mean, it's mind-blowing. So, people who love your stuff. Then you've got lookalike audiences of people who look like people who love your stuff. The next thing that I do, so I do US and the UK because I know that my stuff is well received in the US and the UK. But you, especially if you speak a language other than English and you're doing videos or whatever in a different language, you can go and find people who speak that language and are in different countries. If you are based in the Netherlands, then go and do your top 1% in the Netherlands. Just bear in mind, because obviously, depending on the size of the country, will determine the size of the 1%. The US 1% is something like 2.1 million. The UK 1% is 410,000. So there are less people in the UK, and therefore the 1% is less. So we've got that out of the way. So lookalikes, really, you're already engaging people. The other way that I would go and find new people to come and watch my stuff is to look at interests. And this is where Facebook's really, really clever and knows everything about us. So an example, Amy Porterfield, very big, massive podcast. She's got an interest audience size on Facebook of something like 2 million people, which means that 2 million people on Facebook are interested in Amy Porterfield. Frank Kern's got, again, something like 2 million. Tony Robbins is like 8 million, 10 million or something. Like, it's a massive audience, which means that there are people on Facebook, and Facebook knows that this person has an interest in this thing. So you can do influencers, you can do topics like engineering, human resources, badminton, loads of different things. But Facebook used to give you job titles and things, but now, depending on where you are in the world, it's not allowed to do that anymore. So you can still target people based on their interests. If you had a gardening business, you could go and target people who have an interest in gardening, beautiful homes, ladies of leisure, that kind of thing. So you can go and target people who have an interest in something that's like what you do, similar, or exactly what you do. Now, bear in mind that this is the most untested audience that you're going to have. However, it's also probably going to be the biggest. So if you are like me and you want to reach people who are interested in personal development, online business, being an entrepreneur, then you can go and target people like Tony Robbins, Frank Kern, Russell Brunson, Brendan Burchard, Amy Porterfield, Neil Patel. There's loads of them. And Facebook's really, really amazing that there is something called Audience Insights in your Business Manager. And I don't know where it is if you haven't got Business Manager, but you can go find Audience Insights and it will tell you, Facebook will tell you, people who look like so say you found an interest that people are interested in. So say you have a yoga studio and you know that people who are interested in yoga studios wear Lululemon as a brand. You can say to Facebook, go and tell me other interests that people who like Lululemon have, which is amazing. Facebook will come back and give you all this data, so you can then start to build up a really big interest audience. Or if it's health foods or Whole Foods and the Whole Foods brand, you can then layer in other things. So say you are trying to find the perfect person to come to your yoga studio, you would be saying, okay, they're going to have an interest in Lululemon, they are going to be into Whole Foods, and I'm trying to think of something, they might be into something else as well, and you can bring all those things together. I know I've totally blown your mind. I am well aware that this is too much information to have in one go, which is why I've been really reluctant to talk about Facebook ads. But 1, you can go back and rewatch this video. 2, I'm going to go into detail into everything that I've talked about over the next few days to really break it down for you. But if I can implore you to do anything, is 1, start off creating ads from existing posts that you know are getting engagement, because 2 things happen. 1, you're not going to be wasting money because people already like it, so therefore other people are probably going to like it. 2, because it's already getting engagement, Facebook is going to make the ads are actually going to be cheaper for you, because Facebook knows that people like it, and it's not just testing the waters. Facebook, the algorithm knows that your stuff is relevant to people, and that's there's loads of metrics you need to be keeping track of. You need to keep track of cost per click and relevancy. There's an actual score out of 10 of how relevant your ad is to the people that it's being shown to. If you're dropping below 7, you need to get rid of that ad and then rethink either your interest targeting or what you're saying, because it means that people aren't actually they're not interested in what you're talking about, and that will massively push up your costs. You need to be checking how frequently, the frequency, so how often someone's seeing your ad. If you get above 4, kill the ad. It's time to get a bigger audience or change the ad up, change the imagery, because people stop looking and therefore the costs go up. Keep ads in different ad sets, because otherwise Facebook's going to try and optimize for you, and it's not perfect in that way, and it might be spending more money on one ad than another ad when actually this other ad's doing better, but it can't work. But if you put things in separate ads, you can make that decision, or ad sets. Let me try and think of some other things off the top of my head that's going to help you. There's loads. You need to basically go in and have a play around in Ads Manager if you're going to do ads. Start off with, I genuinely, from everyone I've spoken to, video views is the cheapest way to get more people seeing your stuff. It's just because it's more interesting for people watching it, and therefore it's going to do better. What's Alan asked me, on PC I get these ads coming off the right hand side column, but they're only there for about a sec. I can't see the rest, unfortunately, because you're on here. But so there's different placements as well. You can optimize for placements. When you get to the point where you're spending £10,000 dollars a day or like pounds a day, you need to be looking at where the best placements are. So is it on desktop? Is it on mobile? Just a little tip: people on iPhones spend more money than people on non-iPhones. Crazy bit true. So you could be even saying, I only want to show my ads to people who have iPhones. So therefore it is only going to be shown on mobile. It's not going to be shown on desktop. You can have ads that are shown on Facebook's audience network, which is not just on Facebook, but it's kind of like websites all over the place. So people will still watch that. You can actually have ads that cut in between people's live streams. So I didn't know this was a thing until a few weeks ago. Someone was watching one of my videos that I was doing live, and somebody else's ad cut in during like an ad break during my live, and I was like, whoa, I hate that. But that can only be like 15 seconds or less, and obviously as per YouTube you can get rid of the ad really, really quickly. But like personally, I don't like that. If you've got a video that's less than 15 seconds, please don't have it as an in-stream video, because you're interrupting someone watching something else, and pretty much all they're going to do is get rid of you, unless you're trying to reach as many people as possible and you've got loads and loads of money to spend. I personally wouldn't do in-stream videos as a placement. But like what I've talked about, I mean, you guys give me, I don't know, like a thumbs up if you're listening to all this and going, oh my God, there is so much to this. I get why you can't just press boost. Like, it's just, there is so much to Facebook ads, and you can absolutely do your first campaign. And I need you, if you're going to ever run Facebook ads, I want you to have a basic understanding of Facebook ads yourself. Because how on earth are you going to know if the person you're employing to do your Facebook ads is actually doing a good job if you don't understand Facebook ads yourself? But the easiest way to do this is to go into a live video. And then, thank you, Gordon. Gordon said, you know your stuff, superstar. Yes, thank you. So go into a live video and then create that into an ad. And as I said, later on, we're going to walk through, like I'm literally going to have you on my desktop and we'll go and do it together. But that's the easiest way to create an ad. You see what happens. Just put like a $5. Like, don't put more than a $5. I'm hoping you've got a spare £5. And you can go and get more people to see your ad. You see how it works, you see what all the metrics are, and then from there you can go, okay, well, over the next 3 months I want to get more people to my events. I want people to buy my book. So I'm working with a guy who's launching a book in 2 weeks minus 1 day, and we're going to be running ads to his book launch. So like, there's that. You can do people signing up to your email list. You know, if you've got a free download giveaway, you can run ads to that. You can run an ad for anything. One thing I will caveat that on is, obviously you have to abide by Facebook policies. So just keep an eye on what they are. I will put a link to Facebook policies. There's someone massive I know who recently got it all huffy because he couldn't turn one of his posts that was talking about the word shagging into an ad. And I was like, you clearly haven't read Facebook's policies, nor has your ads person, because you know that you can't have sexual references or swearing in ads. Like, obviously. Most of it's common sense, but go and double check what's in there. You can't talk about certain things like CBD, which is the cannabis oil. You can't talk about get rich quick schemes. You can't make promises on Facebook about how much money someone could earn. And like, be really careful with your wording. You can't call out people on characteristics that might make them stand out and make them feel bad. Just bear in mind, right? So Facebook is already at capacity with how many advertisers it has and ad placements. So you are essentially bidding against other people to have your ad run. Facebook doesn't want people mass exiting like Facebook. They want people staying on Facebook, and therefore they need their audience to have a really great experience. So if you're creating ads that give a good experience and people feel happy about, then you will get low costs and you'll keep on running. If you make people have a bad experience and say they click your ad and it goes somewhere that they didn't think it was going to go, or you make a promise about, and not even meaning to, how to get your first how to go from 0 to 10,000 followers in a month. that's making a claim to someone, and not everyone's going to do it because not everybody takes action. So you just have to be really careful. Check out ad policies. Go play around in Ads Manager. Create, like if you can, go and create your first ad of a video view, of a live video. It's the cheapest thing you can do. Go spend £5. You should hopefully be getting something like 1 or 2 penny per click. If what you're talking about is interesting and useful to your audience. So go and take one of your live videos that you've done that people really liked and turn that into an ad. It's really easy, but like just go play around and make sure you set the budget. So you can set like a daily budget, or like a lifetime campaign budget, but just do like £5 per day and literally just run it for a day and see what happens. It's just £5. And you'll then start expanding your audience, or just run it to your existing page people so that everybody, like, you know, you've got more of an idea of everybody that likes your page has actually seen your advert, rather than just the 10%, the 5% who see it normally. If you put up a post, hardly anyone actually sees it on Facebook anymore because there's so much stuff there. But if you create an ad out of it, more people are going to see. So hopefully that gives you an idea how to get started. I know I've blown your mind. I am so sorry. Go back to the beginning, rewatch it, pause. If you're watching on Chrome, there's a thing called Video Speed Controller. You can speed it up and you can slow me down. So you can actually follow along with what I'm talking about. Make sure you keep watching over the next few days, because I'm going to break down each component more so you know what you're doing. You're not going to know everything. You only get to know this stuff if you are doing it for like weeks and months and you're doing it for loads of different campaigns. But I want you to have a basic understanding so that if and when you are ready to scale your business and employ someone to do your Facebook ads for you, you know they're actually doing a good job. And like that's the key. So go away and experiment, and I'll keep up with you. I'm going to San Diego over Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm going to try and keep to this 8 p.m. GMT time, but I'm going to be 8 or 7 hours behind. So I'm going to see like how it works, because I don't know if it's actually possible, because I'll be at a mastermind about Facebook ads with a guy called Rick Mulready, who's got a podcast called The Art of Paid Traffic. Go and listen to that. I'll put a link to that as well in the comments. But I'm going to be in a mastermind of Facebook ads, amazing people. So I'm going to try and stick to 8 p.m. GMT, but I might not be able to. So if I can't, I'm really sorry. But I will do a video every day. I'm traveling like the whole day tomorrow, so I might have to do my video from the airport. I've got like a stopover in Chicago. So I might be doing a video for you from there. But Rosie said enjoy. Thank you so much. And this is Rosie, who's going to be looking after you in this group. So I just go and rewatch this video. Watch the next few days. I'm going to break down the complexity into like bite-sized chunks, and then just go and create your first ad of a video view ad, because it's the easiest one to do, it's the cheapest one to do, and it will just give you an idea of how it all works. And if you want to wait until Monday when I'm back, and that's when I'm going to actually go through it with you on my laptop, then do. But just go and have a look in the meantime. And if you've got any questions about any of it, then just like ask in the group. This is what the group's here for. Come and ask in the group. Ask me how to do things. Ask me if you're not sure. If you're running campaigns already and you want to know how to tweak them, like ask those things here too, because I'm totally up for like helping you get better and a better return on your ad spend. Because if you're spending money, you should either be growing your list or making money. So go out there, do some amazing stuff. I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for watching me today, and have a great day, evening, morning, whatever it is. See you later. Bye.